Hey guys, welcome to our top 5
worst animes of 2013. These animes
were so shit. I don't know why I even watched them. It's so disappointing. I'm like,
no, the disappointments and worst lists are different lists. No, these are just plain bad, god awful.
I got so pissed after watching like maybe the first 2 episodes. I was like, what a waste of time.
And yet we went through all these
episodes. The bullshit. Every bullshit.
These were god awful.
Really bull.
These are guys. These are animes you avoid at all fucking costs.
It makes you waste your time.
We're gonna name them.
We'll
so
name
that
5.
After you watch this video,
you go
on your day. Do not even try these.
Don't even recommend to anyone.
No. They have no redeeming qualities, except maybe some of these on the list have some good animation, but the story still got off on all these.
And one of our top 5,
number 5.
Number 5 was Valve Ride.
Valve Ride, this anime.
It was like a rip-off version of Gundam, but with all these...
It's not a rip-off version, dude. It's from the studio Sunrise.
Well, yeah, but
it's more like a carbon copy. It's more like Sunrise copying themselves.
Except they changed a little bit.
It wouldn't be called a rip-off.
Well, okay, but then we have the characters are so lame.
That's true.
You don't get that much character development in this. You don't even like in the beginning you have this guy named Shoko. First
Haruto. Genius.
Hey,
Haruto.
genius! I'm trying to be nice here. Actually, no, I'm trying to be mad here. So we have Haruto, and then we what do you do again? I don't want to.
Main character Haruto for most of the anime, he complains about using his suits.
Like a bitch. He complains.
Like a bitch. And I'm thinking, well, it's either that or get killed by the what are they called? The Dorians?
DeLoreans? Dorians?
Dorians? We can't pronounce it, but they starts with the fucking D.
I was actually gonna be happy that Shoko was gonna die in episode 1, but then in the end she was.
Oh yeah,
I was like, oh my god,
that was a bitch, and we were cheering when she died, but then she's alive. And the worst part was keeping her alive, because later in the series, let's just say, she becomes an irredeemable bitch. Shoko. She has past-ass character changes for no apparent reason, and then at the beginning, when the characters are being attacked in the school, instead of preparing the school into a military society, they're like, oh no, let's just have fun, let's sing, instead of preparing our defenses against the enemy trying to attack our school.
And then getting their asses kicked.
And they end up getting their asses kicked, and most of them die. And I'm like,
and then the ending was so bad.
Yes,
it was so rushed.
Don't spoil anything.
I won't spoil, but let's just say
the ending was so bad. They introduced an enemy, like in the final 4 episodes, introduced an enemy, and then in the final episode, that final enemy that was introduced, they don't even show a resolution against them. It just like shows them defeated. It just skips over them. I'm like, really? You hype these fuckers up for like the final 6 episodes, and you don't even show them off.
I'm like, what is this?
This anime is a disappointment.
It was a piece of crap.
And then the ending. Let's just say there's like character relations that don't make sense.
And
there's like some loose ends that are never resolved.
And there's never making any sense at all with the story plot and the whole.
That's true. The story doesn't make sense, and
there's no such character development in this.
You already said that.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Lol.
This anime was man.
And the music was bad.
Actually, the music
was good.
It was. That's like the music and the animation were the only good things.
Oh yeah, I can't improve.
Although the music did rip off some music.
Oh
There's a soundtrack in Valve that sounded awfully similar to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood Snipes and Shadows theme song, the fight scene.
In fight scenes, yeah.
The fight scenes. It's like they used music from that.
It's like they bought it from them and then they put it in the soundtrack.
And then, I'm like, what the fuck is this? You can't make your own soundtrack, Sunrise? I'm like, really? What the fuck is this shit?
I'm like, this is so
piece of shit. Avoid this piece of shit. Now, we're going on to number 4,
which is Operation.
More like Vivid Butts Operation.
Because it was so shit that every time they even transform, they look like they're in God mode. I was like...
whenever they transform, the enemies get destroyed in like one hit.
And you get the freaking music. Every time, it's like every time...
Yeah. The music copies a fucking Justice League's theme.
Yeah, I noticed.
I'm like...
I noticed, I was
what the fuck is with the lack of originality in this shit?
They can't... Come on, can you create something on your own?
Yeah, the music And then didn't one of the themes sound Metal Gear Solid reminiscing?
Oh yeah.
I'm like Metal Gear and Justice League copy.
I know. I'm like, what is this? Are they that lazy to get their play their own music, being creative, and then you get this copying?
And then this animation was pretty good, but the thing is, the storyboards were bad.
The story was terrible, and you get like, how come each character, like, they don't even get their character development?
No, that's true. Like, seriously, all it is the main characters
like
playing around, but they don't show the consequences.
It's more
of being
drama. It's actually more drama than being serious.
No, there is no drama. It's just comedy.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm saying there's no drama involved. There's just always comedy, and then
I know. They don't show the responsibilities of being a hero or the consequences or the stress.
Even if they're doing an action, it looks like it's not even serious at all. It looks
That's
like
true.
It's like, have you even noticed?
Yeah, there's a scene where the main character gets injured, but no, she's peachy fine the next episode. Even though she looked like she was almost about to fucking die. I'm like, it removes all tension. It would have been nice to see the other characters fight without the main character, but no. Every single battle, all battles in Vivid Operation lack tension. This show, only watch it if you're into butts. Other than that, avoid it. And then there's Crimage, number 3.
Yeah, Crimage is our top 3 worst, and pretty much we get this character name, what? I don't remember.
It's been so long, but let's just say this enemy's a disappointment.
The story could have been a lot better, actually.
Yeah.
And more character development, especially with the relationship
the characters.
build up. But then...
But it goes nowhere. The main character has to protect this one other character, and the relationship isn't built up a lot.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of teasing.
Teasing, and then all these... villains are not side characters, and the villains are not even as good as, except that Lolly, where she has a knife.
There's like this Lolly villain character that shows up, and she's really badass, and her fight scenes are good, but she's like the only good thing.
That's
all the other villains are not intimidating at all. They look ugly as fuck. Their character designs are pretty bad for the villains.
And the music was terrible.
It was, except for the opening.
And then probably the ending.
That's about it.
But everything else was like...
Meh, just avoid it.
Man, just avoid, please.
And then there's Galidona,
which is our number 2 of most worst animated watch.
The CGI looked like PS1 graphics.
I thought it looked more PS2.
I guess. Yeah, in some parts it looked like PS2, but
then most likely it's
PS1.
And then
And then the animation is pretty good for the first 4 episodes, but then it goes downhill in the finale.
And there's so much plot holes in this, like. How come what's her name?
Don't spoil it.
Oh yeah, but let's just say that there's so much plot holes.
There's so much plot holes in this show. Like, the things that happen in episode 1 don't connect what happens in episode 11 and 12. And for this show, it was supposed to originally be 22 episodes, and it got cut down to 11. And it shows it got cut down to 11.
Yeah, they want to rush it now. They're like, oh yeah, let's rush this, and they don't give.
And there's no resolution either. They're like, there's like this villain that shoots a lot of people, and we don't get resolution on this dude. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he has no goal.
And then the show's inconsistent. One episode it's all happy. Next episode everyone gets fucking shot.
And then next episode
it's back to normal. I'm like, this show.
I'm like, are they rushing?
And then there's another episode where their ship gets destroyed and they get fixed automatically next episode.
Right.
You never see the characters struggle. And then and then the little girl's like the only smart character. The other 2 characters are dumbasses.
Yeah, and then overall, this show was it was bad. Really,
not even the opening and ending themes were good.
Yeah, it was really disappointing. It just was really bad. And then we come to our
number 1, which is Tamako Market. Oh
my god,
this anime was boring as fuck. The only good thing about this show was the animation.
That's the only thing I like animation, but everything else was like bad.
Animation was bad.
Bad.
The chicken was stupid as fuck.
I'm like, are they trying to make comedy? They failed.
Kyoto Animation fails at making comedy.
Epically, they fail.
They tried and failed. I'm like,
it was so disappointing. I want to puke right now, but it's just so terrible. I really hate that.
Yeah, this anime, Tamako Market has no redeeming qualities. Just avoid it.
Please, just
except for the animation, but
yeah, and this whole story was nothing but waste. Actually,
it was, and it was also.
I was like
building up to romance, and never got fucking shown at all. It was horrible.
Really horrible. So I guess this is but that's our top 5 worst animes of 2013. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.